Okay, so before I start today's session, I just want to give a quick revision. Let's do a quick recap of yesterday's session. So function. So what are the properties of functions?
Hoisted,
Okay, and
scope,
scope, yes.
Override,
Override, yes.
act as a container,
Container, yes.
object,
Object, yes.
Pass by reference,
Those are variables, no? Those are the primitive, non-primitive. Specifically talking about functions right now. Local scope and global scope, right? So somebody said scope, right? Somebody already said scope, I guess.
yes.
Uh, what else? Okay.
Sir,
See, yeah, go ahead.
function declare multiple times.
That is override, na? That is override. Somebody already said. So container, hoisted, scope, local, global, objects, and override. Okay? So all are covered. All right. And so yesterday what we saw, basically here basically we created multiple function and function with the same name. All right. But when the function is defined inside, called from inside, and the function is also defined inside, it uses the inner function. Okay? Using the scope. So let me just explain this in a very simple language. Okay? And let me know if you understand that. Okay? Let's say, you have you are in the office. All right. You're in the office in fourth floor. So this is the fourth floor. Correct. Office has a pantry. Okay, an office has a washroom, right? And building also have their own and basically ground floor or basement they have their own cafeteria. Okay, and it has all independent washroom also. All right. So let's say if I go to office and I basically enter my office and fourth floor, and from my office if I say I want to go to pantry, where will I go?
Head.
Right? Possibly I am referring to my own pantry, right, which is present inside my office, right? And if I say I'm going to washroom, that basically I'm referring to my own washroom which is present inside fourth floor, right? So let's say if the fourth floor is a main function, okay, and pantry is basically inner function and washroom is another inner function, right? So from the fourth floor, if I say I'm going to pantry for lunch or tea, basically I'm referring to my own pantry which is present inside my office, and nobody from outside can access that pantry. Only I, when I'm present inside, can access that pantry. Right? Same applies for the washroom as well, right? But from outside, if I say I am going to pantry, basically that means I am referring to a kind of a pantry, which is present at the basement or ground floor. If I say I'm going to washroom here, so basically I'm telling that I'm going to a shared washroom or gym khana, right, or clubhouse, which is always there in a normally in corporate houses. All right. So this way, so this fourth floor washroom and pantry are basically inner functions, which can only be here. Also, we have a pantry. Okay, from outside, this will be referred, and from inside, this pantry and washroom will be referred. So this example can be used for a local scope and global scope. All right. So inner scope and outer scope. All right. Same way, let's say if I call this function as a fourth floor office, okay, and I call this as a, let's say, washroom, right? And I call another function here. I call it the pantry, right? And when I call here, I'll just say pantry. All right. So now, is it evident that this pantry will call which function? Also, I have, let's say, pantry here, okay? And as well as washroom here. So if I go by the analogy, right? If I'm the fourth floor office and I want to go to washroom, so which function will it call? Where will I go? I will go to my own office washroom, right? Or if I say I'm going to pantry for coffee or tea, right? I will go to my own pantry, which is present in fourth floor. So this is exactly how the scopes works. Okay, in a very simple analogy. Okay? Let me give you another example here, which is more simpler. Uh, all right. So let's say you have a flat, your own house, right? And so you have a kitchen, and you have a your washroom, right? And you have again in kitchen you have a fridge, and in washroom you have a shower, all right? And when you basically enter your house, right, and you are present here, you say I'm going to kitchen, all right? So basically, which kitchen you are going to? You are going to your own kitchen, which is present inside your house. When you say I'm going to washroom, right? So basically, where you are going? You are going to your own washroom, where which is present inside your house, right? These are inner scope. These are again like access only to you. Nobody from outside can access these two facilities, right? So you have access to. You can go and open a fridge. You can go and have a shower, right? So this way, the same way JavaScript functions when multiple functions are defined inside function, it have a inner scope, and whenever it is tried to call from inner scope, it only refers to its own functions, right? In building also we have a I won't say not all building, but some building have a washroom also in as a public washroom, right? Right. So when I'm outside, right? So if I say I want going to washroom, so basically I'm if I don't have a time, right? I'm basically referring to my public washroom, okay? Possibly a kind of a shared place where uh, uh, we spend a time on having the evening snacks, all right? This is a kind of a public uh, uh, implement public places where anyone can access it. But this is flat number 101. Then again there will be flat number 102, right? All of them have its the same structure, right? So let's say if you consider this as a main function, f1, this one f2, and both of them have a different function, right? So this function can only call these two functions, and this function can only call these two functions, all right? This is how the scoping works, all right? Okay, is that clear? Those who didn't understand it, this was for those who didn't understand it. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, so now let's move to the today's session. So today I'll be covering very important part of JavaScript. Uh, so already started, but I'll just continue. So in JavaScript, functions has a very important role, right? And it has given a lot of privileges. Okay? So JavaScript has given a lot of privileges to a function. So in JavaScript, it is called as a functions are always referred as a first-class citizen. Okay? So what is a first-class citizen? Who can tell me? When do you say in general term a first class? All right, so let me give you an example. Let's say if you're going by a train, right? Express train or Rajdhani train, and you book a first class ticket. So when you book a first class ticket, what privileges do you get?
Get more facilities than the second one.
Right. So you get all of the privileges, right? You can basically stay in your own private compartment. Then you can also spend some time in the second class, third AC. Or possibly you can also spend time in sleeper class, right? You have access to everything. You have access to main kitchen, and you have access to direct access to the TC. You have direct access to the attenders, right? So similar way, and you can do anything what you want. Okay, not anything, but I'm just putting it a very generic way. Okay? Uh, uh, Same way in JavaScript, functions are called as a first-class citizen. That means functions can do anything in JavaScript. It has all the privileges. Okay? It can do anything in JavaScript. That means it can act as a an object, all right. It can be assigned to a variable. A function can be returned from a function. Then function can be passed as a parameter, and function can also act as a class. Although we don't have a class, it is called as a prototype. The function also act as a prototype. Okay? So that means whatever we've learned so far, variables, functions, and primitive, non-primitive object functions can do everything. Okay. Right. Yesterday I showed you how when you attach a key to a function, it becomes an object at that point of time. Okay. So today I'll show you how it is, right? How it is uh, achieving that. So basically, functions are kind of a, you can say, kind of a child of an object. So what are the object in JavaScript? Objects are kind of a variable as well as a kind of a single source where everything is derived from it. So it's like your sun. Okay, we have a solar system, all right, and uh, and every planet in our solar system is basically derived from it, right? Okay? Even our moon derives the light from sun. So exactly in JavaScript, you can basically assume that everything is basically derived from object. All right. Even if you say okay, Earth or possibly Mars, every planet is derived from Sun, but it does not have at the outer side. It does not have its own heating power, but inside it has. Yeah, that we call as a magma, right? The same way in JavaScript, except main primitives, everything is an object. Everything is derived from object. It also applies to a function as well. So if I write function, okay, and so if I do A. Alright. So if I enter, it says function. The moment I do f.a and I go to this called prototype, okay, and it will basically print say this. Okay. The function is basically now derived from object. See this? So this is a kind of a parent object, a global object, which is a base of a JavaScript. Just like you can relate sun. So this object is like a son of JavaScript, and everything is basically this object is like a son of like all the entire planetary system, right? And everything is derived from it. So it's exactly same happen with the JavaScript. So even function also is basically derived from object. That means since it is derived from object, it has all the properties of object, plus it has given a more privileges, all right, so that it acts as a first class citizen. That means it can do anything it wants, all right. So one other basically thing is, so if I say a dot check equals to true, okay, then if I do again I print it. Right now it will only print a function, the moment I use the key check, it will still print the value. All right. So it is so flexible, like an kind of an octopus, so that at position where it is to be evaluated, it evaluated itself into an object. Okay. The moment I added dot, it evaluated itself into an object. All right. So since it is a first class citizen, so what it really means, that means, so before I come to that, let me just start with a basic function again. I have a function, I just say hello, all right, and I'll just say, let's say console.log, okay, print 10, 20, 10. Okay. Okay. So I'm calling the function. All right. So what will it print?
Print 10.
So it will basically print. It will print. So it will print 10, right? Second way, I can say var 10, and then I can pass var value equals to 10. I'll pass value here, then it will receive some value. Okay, then I will just say, all right. So it will print again. It will print 10. I will just change this to 20. 20. All right. So what really happened here? Do you see something which I covered in last week? There is a plus.
Concatenate.
There is a plus. Right. So right. So in console.log, I've directly passed this value. So it basically concatenated to print plus some value, because print is a string. It also converts into a string. Okay. So this is the one way I printed. All right. So sometime what happens? Function also returns a value, right? Generic way. Either we just print the use the function and evaluate there itself, or sometimes function. Most of the time, function returns a value. Okay. So in JavaScript also is exactly same. So I can return a value. I'll just say, okay, let me just rename this so it is more. So hello double. Okay, I will say return, and I will say some value and so true. Okay, so now what will be the output?
Print 20. Return 40.
Yeah. So basically it will. Okay, so hello is not there. I have to change the function name. Yeah. So it will okay. Basically, it will only print 20. I returned the value, but I did not save that value anywhere, right? So what I have to do again, I have to use, I just say result. Okay. Now if I run this again it will print only 20. I've basically saved the return value of this function into a result key, but I did not print it. So if I do console.log and if I say result, it printed 40. This is very straightforward, right? Exactly same as other most of the function types, right? So it returned a value. This is the shortcut. We do something like this. We say const result equals to this, and then return the result. Okay? Return the result. Okay? Now we print the something like this. So in JavaScript, we can do a shortcut. So instead of doing adding this line again, instead of adding this one line, we can give a shortcut. So we can directly write something like this. Okay? So it is return, not result. Alright. Okay. So same way, I can return any data type. That means I can return a string. I can return
Number.
number. So which value did it return right now? Sorry. Okay. So let me just do the type of results. So right now it returned number. Okay. If I do this, uh, this, if I do this, will be string, right? Number plus string is a string,
String.
right? Okay. So same way in JavaScript, I can do this. This is called as inline. Uh, uh, this is specifically called as I actually am not able to recall the term. Inline expression. Inline expression. All right. I can also write something like here also. Instead of writing another line, I just wrote it in a single way, in single line, right? So I can do the same now. What is the arithmetic of null?
0.
0, right? So it will return 20 itself. 40. I mean 40, right? If I do undefined,
Not 40.
Undefined.
undefined plus anything is nan, right? And nan is a special type of number in JavaScript. All right. So what will really happen now?
Object.
When I try to add anything to object or array, what are the output?
Object.
No, it is a string always. Okay?
String.
We basically concatenate it to a 40 and object. Object is an internal representation of object. Okay? And if I do this,
Same as.
we will basically return a string. Right? Because arrays are interpreted as a string. Since there is no value, it will add as an empty string. If I add this, what will be the output now? Just 1 second. Yeah. What will be the output? It will be 402, right? 40 plus array. When you add something, try to add something to array, it becomes a string. So 40 plus 2 is string is 402. All right. So see this. So in normal function, we are able to return any data type. Okay. This was basically I did an arithmetic operation. If I basically just return this value, okay, what will be the output? Let me do this. Let me try this. Okay. I just say where I just say local array equals to this 2, 3, 4. Alright, and I'll just return the local array. Okay. Now if I print this,
2, 3, 4.
so it will basically print 2, 3, 4, right? Because array is a type of object, it's printed object. Same way, I can also return where local object. Okay. I'll just say object. And say local object. Okay. So print this, it will basically again print the object, right? So in JavaScript we can return primitive and non-primitive. All right. So this way, if I relate this, right? Since function is a first-class citizen in JavaScript, also function is an object, considered as an object, right? And also if the term which I have covered, everything in JavaScript an object, right? So if we club all these things together, right? So we can also say that in JavaScript, function can return a function. Since function is now able to return an object, and function is also an object. That means a function can always also return an function. I hope you're able to relate this. Right? So if I run this, if I say function, if I say inner function, let's say I will say inner double, okay, and I will say this, and I will do, I will say block, okay, some value into 2. Okay, then I'm returning the function. Right? So here what I'm doing, I have a hello function which is defined, and then I have an inner function, right? And I'm returning that function outside. Right? I'm returning that function. If I run this now, it will basically print function and function. So what really happened? I returned the function. I did not call the function. Yeah. In this case, what happens? This result will receive this function as an inner function, inner double function. Okay. And if I try to call here result, okay, now it will print the value function and 40.
Why those empty square brackets? If we print the empty square brackets type of, then it gives us string. We treat as object, no? Empty square bracket.
Which one?
Empty square brackets or
Oh, okay, you're referring to
curly
this
braces.
one when I use empty square. All right. So
it gives us the string.
because JavaScript in JavaScript arrays are basically a special type of object, right? And keys are always a numeric, right?
Yeah.
In empty array, how many keys are there? None, right?
No. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that is why empty array always returns an empty string when you try to convert into a string. Right?
When you
But in
try
case
to
of
do a
object,
type of.
huh?
Okay, when we try to do type of an empty square bracket, so it is
Not type of. When you try to add, when you do empty array plus, so it will first try to convert this into a string, okay, and it will try to find out if there is any value inside this. If there is a value, it will use that value. If there is no value, it will basically create an empty string.
okay. And if there is value, then it gives us object.
Not object. It will give you the, okay. Let me just show you that. Okay. So if I have empty, right, and if I do plus 1, right, so this empty array will give me, if I do this, see this empty array returns an empty string.
Right.
Empty string plus empty string is again empty string, right?
String, yes.
Okay, if I do 1 returns the value as a string value 1. Okay, 1 plus string is, let's say if I do this, right? Right, so 1 string plus 2 3, which is the string again, it will be 1, give you 1 2 3, right? So if I do something like this, 1 4 5, say this. See this. So it has a value 145, and it basically creates string of everything. Right? 1, 4, 5 plus 2 3. So this gives you the output.
And if
I
we
hope you
just
understood
give,
this.
yes, and if we just give the square bracket 1 4 5, then it will give us object without plus 2 3.
Without plus, it will give an array.
Array. But if we do type of, then it may
Yeah,
be
because it is a derived from an object. Yeah. If I see this, right, they see this array again here. Array's proto is an array, and if I open this again, it will again, you will see it's a proto object. Okay, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
in some cases, so array mein it is still when I do type of, they are still showing me, it still show type of object. Okay, so there is a special way to do it. I'm not really sure this was the tech debt or not, but because this is a kind of a child of an object, and arrays are nothing but a special type of object in JavaScript, and that is why it is showing object.
Okay.
So next week I will be showing how to basically know whether the value is an array or object. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Okay. So any doubt with this function? So I defined a function, alright, and I defined another function. So yesterday what I did, I called the function from inside. There was no way to call this function from outside, right? So yesterday I showed you that there is no way to call this function from outside. If I run this, it will still print me the value. Yeah, because it did not return anything, it basically showed me undefined and undefined. Alright. Now, just like other variables and other data types which can be returned in JavaScript, function can also be returned from a function because of its nature of a first class citizen, right? That means it can act any way it want, right? In this case, I am returning here a function definition. I am returning that definition is basically assigned to a result, right? So if I print it, so result will print the function definition and type of result will be it will basically print the function. Type of function is function, right? I hope you understood this. Anyone has any doubt with this? Is there any doubt? At least give me yes and no in the message. You can't open.
No, sir.
No, yes. Okay, right. The same way, because JavaScript functions are first class citizen, it can return function can be returned from a function, and function can also be assigned to a variable. So just like I do reserve val equals to 20, right? I can also do a var result equals to function. So before that, let me just show you how it is done. I can do something like this. Var, yeah, I can call let's say main function, and I can do something like this. Console. And just call main function. If I run this, it will still print the value, right? Okay, so actually I missed one point which I wanted to cover. Yeah. So there are two ways you can declare a function in JavaScript. One is called function declaration, and one is called function assignment. Right. So whenever you write function with a function keyword, okay, listen this very carefully. Whenever you write a function with a function keyword and function name, okay, let's say main function. Uh, 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 let's say I call it a do task. Okay. So this function is called function declaration. Alright. And so if I do the same function thing with the var, okay, and do task 2 and this is called as a function assignment. Okay. This is called as a declaration. Okay. All right. So in declaration you can call the function before it is being used. So if I do this, if I print here, and if I say task, okay, and if I call the function here task, okay, will it print? Will it print?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It will print, right? Print the task, okay, because function has been hoisted, right? Right. So all the function which has a function declaration get hoisted, but in case of function assignment, it does not get hoisted. All right. So if I do this something with this, and if I call this function, and if I do C task2, right? And if I run this, it will give me an error. The task2 is not a function. So what really happened here? Okay, here function was an independent entity, and which was declared. Here what I did, I defined a function and assigned to a variable. Okay, with the concept of the variable, if you remember from the concept of the variable, only variable declaration get hoisted. So in this case, what will happen is only var keyword will get hoisted at the top. Let's say top here. All right, and this will do something like this. Okay? So here the value of var is undefined, and you try to call in undefined, and that is why it basically throws me an error. You cannot call a function db class is not a function. All right. Okay. If I cut from here and paste here,
It will print.
it will print it. So I hope this is clear. Okay. Function declaration get hoisted because this is a full form function, full-fledged function. Okay. Function assignment does not get hoisted. Right. It basically its variable get hoisted. So this var keyword from our previous week, right? Last week we learned that the variable declaration get hoisted, not the variable assignment. So this is again a kind of assignment. It's the same like this. Let's say if I'm assigning some value here, 10. Yeah, right. In this case, again, this task, which is because it is a var keyword, it will get hoisted. And if I put a console here, it will basically give me an undefined. If I put console here, it will give me the output 10. Same with the function as well. Right. So if I try to call for this function before that, it will basically just will throw an error. So if I do console here, and let me just find out what is the type of this. If I do type of task2, okay, and if I print this, let's see what happens. So basically it says type of undefined, right? Because there was no value attached to this function. All right. So the moment I use here 2.1, okay, and if I
Will give
print
function.
this, because the variable is now assigned of some value, and that value is a function. Okay. If I run this, first was undefined, second was function. Right? I hope this is clear. Okay. So that is the first class nature of function. That means it can return from a function, it can assign to a variable. All right. Function. This is called function assignment. Function assignment does not get hoisted. Instead of its variable get hoisted unless the var keyword is used. If it is a left and const, it will not get hoisted. Exactly same concept is used. Right? If there is a let and const, it will not get hoisted. Okay, if I run this, क्या होगा? If I use const here now, क्या होगा? What will be the output?
Error.
It will be error, right? Because I'm trying to access task2 before it is initialized. You know? Same with the let as well. Because let and const does not get hoisted. Right? The moment I use var, it will run it. Okay. Right. So this is how function assignment and function declaration, function assignment works. Right. Other than that, the properties of the function even with the declaration and with the assignment, it exactly works the same. All right. So just remember this: function can be used two different ways in JavaScript. One is a declaration, one is the assignment. All right. Declaration get hoisted, and that is a kind of full-fledged functions or traditional functions. Assignments are because JavaScript function is a first-class citizen. That means that is why it is being able to assign itself to a variable. I hope this is clear. Right? And because function is a first-class citizen, it can also return. The function can also return another function from its execution. All right. So if I go back to this code again, I'll just copy this. If I just copy this paste here. So what really happened here? So now coming back to the same function. So I have a function called hello. So this is what type of function is this?
Function declaration.
So this is a declaration. Okay. So what will be the property of this?
It will hoisted.
hoist, and rest everything remains same, right? So this is the function which has execution, and there is another function as well, right? So now because of the first class nature, it is able to return another function, right? So I'm returning a, because function is a object. Objects are, function is an object. So an object is
Non-primitive data type.
non-primitive, right? So when, just like passing a variable, non-primitive variable to a function, whenever I return a non-primitive from function, what will really happen? Just like I passed a non-primitive to a variable function, right? When I return a non-primitive from a function, what will happen? So what is the property of non-primitive? It is passed by reference, right? Correct?
Yes.
Right? So in this case, also, whenever I return a function, so it is basically passing a reference to this function. Okay. So when I do this, when I'm doing this, so this result will hold a reference to this function. I hope you understand this. Because now this is holding a reference to function, I can call this function, and then when I run this, when I do this, it will basically, oh, where is not defined, where is that? If I run this, it will basically print function inner double. See this, the result here, result. If I just again one more keyword, result. Okay. If I run this, you will see result function inner double. It's showing function name inner double. Right. So this function returns returned a reference to this function, and which is being assigned to another variable. So what do we call this?
Function assignment.
Function assignment, right? Correct. So assignment of the function is some function is assigned to a variable, and this function is returning another function which is a reference to this function. That means this function result is holding a reference to this, right? So whenever I run a reference, so which function will get executed? So if result is a function, so I can call it, right?
Yes.
Right? I can call it. That means, so which function will it call?
Hello double.
Hello double.
Yeah. No.
No, inner double. Inner double, sir.
Inner double. It will call inner double. Right? Because hello double is already been, so the function, when you this function is already been executed. All right. Whenever you parenthesis, the function is called. All right? And the output is assigned to some value. Okay. Because this function is returning another function which is a reference to this function, so the result is holding a reference to inner double. Okay. So whenever I execute this, it is basically calling this function. Okay. So this way I'm able to call in a function which is from outside. I hope you understood this.
Means the hello double is already hoisted, therefore it is not called.
No, it is called. No, we called it. No. It is called, right? A function has a property, right? Function. If when I call a function, it returns something, right? It will return some value, right? So instead of returning a data type, it returned a function. Because function is an object, and objects are non-primitive. Non-primitive is a pass by reference. So that is where basically when it returned a value, this function, when this function is executed, and it returned a value. So here, what really happened here? So I will just write something like this, okay, just to show you. So when the execution of hello is over, basically it returned this function. So it is basically, I'll say ref of inner double function. Let's say it is holding something like this. Okay. It's a reference. So it is, if it is a reference, so if it is a reference and I'm assigning to a variable, that means if I'm calling this variable, I'm calling this reference. So indirectly it is calling this. Right? So when I do this, basically directly it is calling inner double. Right? So here I passed a value 20. So 20 goes where? Here, right? Okay, before I come to that, any question with this?
Sir, can you please repeat the execution once, just once?
Yes,
Okay.
means how the inner double is get called.
Yes, yes,
Not
exactly.
cleared with that.
Okay, ठीक है. All right.
Give me the explanation of how the function gets called and from till how inner doubles get called. Entire.
Okay, ठीक है. All right.
Thank you, sir.
When you pass a non-primitive to a function, what really happens? And you change a value in non-primitive, what really happens?
It will change everywhere.
Is that concept clear?
Yes.
When you pass a non-primitive a function and you change a value in that non-primitive value, it will also change somewhere else, right? Because it is
Yes.
passed by reference.
Yes.
So in JavaScript, function is also a first-class citizen. Function is also basically a type of an object. An object is a non-primitive, and non-primitive passed by reference. That means function. When you basically whatever you do, function is also passed by reference. So what is really happening here? So when I call this function hello double with a value, right? It executes this, right? And this is that function. There's a definition inside this, and now here it is returning something. It is returning something, all right? So it is returning a definition of a function. So I'll come to that. It is returning a definition. It is not calling here. Okay. If I do double, if I use parenthesis, it will call the function, and it will return something which is inside the function. But it is returning this function. Okay. So because it is a non-primitive, so it does not return the function. It returns a reference to the function where the function is defined. All right.
Okay.
So here, because function can be assigned to a variable because of the function assignment or first class citizen, right? So here what I'm doing, I called the function, but I did not assign to anywhere. That is why this function is not being referenced anywhere. All right. So what we can do, I can say result. So I basically store the output of hello double into a result. What is the output of hello double? Rahul, what is the output of hello double?
Print 20. Print 20.
Inner double.
The reference to
Print
inner double.
Print 20.
No, output, return value, output.
Inner double.
Inner double.
We are returning inner.
A reference of inner double.
It will be reference of inner double. Right? So it is reference of inner double here. So that again I am referring to here. Reassigning to a result. Okay? If I go back to the yesterday's example, where was that? Mart, ये वाला, right? There was a Mart, there was again Mart 2 and Mart, and there was again Gmart here, right? Here, right? So if I change anywhere, it is affecting everything, right? Because of the non-primitive nature and basically a pass by reference nature, right? Same happens here. So when I call this function, the return value of this function is a inner double, reference to the inner double, okay? And that is being assigned to a result because in JavaScript function is a first class citizen. That means it can also be assigned to a variable, and that is why now result here the result will hold when this function is executed. Result will hold the reference to inner double, okay? And the moment I do this, because it is a reference to inner double, I can call this also. So when I do this, it will basically call let's say result is solved. From okay. Say this. If I comment out this, there is only one line printed. Okay. And if I just console here, okay, I will just say okay, type of result. Okay, it will basically give me what does the type hold, what the result hold, and I'll just also print the result. So it will basically show me that is a pointer or it is a reference. I run this now. You will see first print 20. There is a console here. Then it returns something, and then the result receives a reference to inner double. And now console.log basically printed result. So result it printed function inner double. So it is a reference. right? It is a reference, and if I did type of result, it returned a function. So I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So because it is a function, I can call it, right? Enough. Because it is a function, I can call it. So I will
Yes.
basically, it will print it. Okay. All right. So what in some cases we are expecting function, but sometimes it does not return a function. Let's say, for example, it does not return a function. So how do we mitigate that? How do we handle so that it does not crash? Let's say if I don't return anything, if I don't return anything, it will return undefined. And if I run this, what will happen?
Error.
Yeah, it will give you an error. Result is not a function and cannot call it. You know, because here the if I do type of now, okay, so what will be the type of result and type of?
Function.
Undefined.
So both will be undefined and undefined. See this, undefined and undefined. All right, and it crashed at line number 43. It crashed here. Okay, all right. If I return this value, what will happen?
String.
What will be at line number 41?
Uh,
What is the
It may
return
give
value of hello double?
Null.
String, empty string.
String.
Empty string, right? So here it will print empty string, and type of empty string is a string,
String.
right? So it will basically print empty string and string. Because empty string is not a function, again it throws the error that result is not a function, correct? Okay. So if I return this function, now it will perfectly work. Okay. So how do we handle that? Remember logical and or
Yes, we can give a check.
right? So what we normally do, we do result and. Okay. This means if there is a result, okay, then go and execute this. Okay? We will go and execute this. The moment I change this to undefined, it will bypass. We will not run it because this return into a falsy value. Okay, right? False and anything is always false, so it will not run right side wala. It will not execute right side function. Okay? If I return empty string, it will not return. It will not run again because I'm testing again a false. It will not return it. Okay. If I give a space, right? So this is even if there is nothing, but there is a space, that is still a value. Okay. So it will give me it will basically here it will be truthy and true, and it will try to execute this. So it will give me an error here. Okay. It will say again result is not a function. So how do I handle this? There is one more condition which I showed you. We add one more and we say type of result function. Okay, I'm wrapping this inside, so it is taking a preference. Okay, so now it will work perfectly. Okay, the moment I change this to a function, okay, first will be true, second will always be true. True and true is true, right? So true, and then if it is true, then another operation here right side will be executed. If I run this, it will print the value. All right. I hope you're getting it. All the previous, so from now onwards, I will be using all the previous concepts. So it's very important that you keep on revising it, and that is why task is very important. Because task helps you revise the concepts. Okay. I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Anyone else? Okay. So what does first class citizen mean in JavaScript?
It can return a function,
And
and function is a type of object,
hmm,
and object is non-primitive.
hmm,
And
and
function can be assigned to a variable.
Yes, correct. Function can be assigned to a variable. Function can return a function. Function can be assigned to a variable, right? Because function is a first class citizen and it is a kind of an object. That means it always return a reference. Right? Whenever it returns or assigns something, it returns a reference. All right. What is the difference between declaration and assignment? Function declaration and function assignment.
Declaration get
Assignment-
hoisted.
Yes.
Assignment will not hoist it.
Okay. Why?
Because I declare first.
Because we are assigning to a variable, so variable gets hoisted, not the function.
Yes, correct. So basically, when we do assignment, the variable which is being hoisted, if it is a var keyword, all right, it does not get hoisted in case of let and const. And it's exactly same as we are like assigning a 10 to a main function. Okay? Because function is a first class citizen, so anything can be assigned to a, function can be assigned to a variable. Okay? So this is called, we call it as a call as an assignment. All right. So I hope this is clear now. Okay? So this was the example with a declaration. Let me give you another example with the assignment. I'll just comment this out. I'll say where. I'll say logic. Okay. So whenever you declare, whenever you create a function assignment, okay, function does not have a name. Okay. Whenever you declare do a function assignment, function does not have a name. Okay. Here it is called as a
Assignment.
no, it is called as a anonymous
function.
function. Leave the spelling. MOUS, I guess, anonymous function. Okay. So this is called as an anonymous function. All right. So function does not have a name. All right. Let me just simplify it. Let's call it anon. Okay. All right. And this variable holds the reference to this function. Right? And I can call this function logic board. Console.log. If I run this, what happened? Semicolon. It runs the logic code, right? So just exactly same with the function declaration. We passed a variable to a function, right? We can pass exactly same variable to a even a function assignment also. I just say board 386. I say board. Right? So when I do this, so logic board is a this logic board is a reference to logic board is a reference to anonymous function, right? So when I call this, so basically indirectly it is calling this function, okay? And this board will be called as a which is passed as a parameter. So I will receive this as a parameter. Okay? And if I print this here, right? If I run this, it will print logic board i386. All right. Same way, I can do this multiple times, just like normal function. I can keep on calling it. Because I'm using var, I can redefine the variable again. All right. Okay. So the beauty of function assignment is you can have you can have multiple variable pointing to the same function. All right. Just like variable, right? When we did var a equals to 10, and then we did var b equals to a. What really happened here?
A and B will point to the same function.
Not point, copy. This is a primitive. A will have 10 and B will have its own 10. But the moment I use non-primitive, now A and B will point to the same container, right? again. So because function is a first class citizen and function is also an object, function has a non-primitive, is a non-primitive, non-primitive is a passed by reference. That means if I do new logic board equals to logic board, okay, and if I call new logic board, all right, and I'll just say where BORD equals to 84, okay, pass here, if I run this, you see this, it worked. I hope understood this.
Yes.
Okay. You can just say where, right? So if I do type of both, type of uh, console.log, type of new logic board and logic board. Okay. Type it again. Here. If I run this, you will see function and function. Right? Both of them they have a function. Right? So here I declared another variable, which is basically which assigned to a which basically another variable assigning to it. Logic board is holding a reference to this function. Okay? So new logic board is also holding reference to this function. I hope this is clear.
Function is assigned to a variable.
Yes, so this is where function is assigned to a variable. Here a variable is assigned to another variable. Because this variable is pointing to this function, so this variable will also point to the same function. Okay. So if I do var, another, let's say if I do var new board equals to let's say media. Okay. And again I say, let's say var equals to, okay, game board equals to new logic board. Okay. Right. And if I do game board, what will be the output?
Logic board NVIDIA.
It's a semicolon.
Right.
And number is 63.
63. Okay. What will be the output? It will be the
Logic
same.
board.
It will
Yeah.
same. It will be same because all of this variable is basically assigned by another variable, and that variable is again a pointing to a function. The function is a non-primitive, that is being passed by reference, right? So we wrote the same function once, but it is being used by different variables, different functions, right? So this is again a function assignment. This is again a function assignment. This is again a function assignment, right? I hope this is clear. Any doubt with this?
Yes. No.
All right, good. Okay. Right. So let me just make it little harder. And this we call it as a, what do we call it?
Assignment function.
Function assignment, and
Anonymous function.
this is called as an anonymous function. Anonymous function means it does not have a name. All right. So like here, if I print this, right? If I print this, it will not print the function name. It will just say, it printed somewhat weird. Somewhat weird. Node is printing this. But ideally, it prints basically anonymous function, anonymous. I'm not sure. I have to check this. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I have to check this. Anyway, let me just make it little bit harder. Okay, so I will use mix of both. Let's say function, and I'm calling ticket. Okay, and I'll just call where CPC. All right. So now tell me which one is which one is basically assignment, which one is declaration, and all the different properties. Tell me.
IRCTC is assignment. Function ticket is declaration.
Assignment. This is the
Declaration.
declaration. Okay. And
This is anonymous function.
anonymous function, right? And all right. So what will happen if I call the ticket function?
It will call the RICTC function and print the output book.
Book.
What will really happen?
We have to pass a parameter in ticket.
Yeah. So okay, so if I call this, so what will be the return type of this?
Function.
Function.
Look very carefully.
Return type will be function.
If I run this, it prints counter undefined, book undefined, right? So let me just explain this. So in JavaScript, functional, again, because of its first class nature and by behavior of JavaScript, even if you define a variable as a parameter, you don't have to pass it. Okay? JavaScript doesn't give you a kind of put a restriction that even if you define a parameter, if you define a function with a parameter and you have to pass it. It is that flexible. So I passed here. If I pass nothing, so it will receive value undefined. Okay, right? Remember I told you, right? So undefined is used by the very first day I told you. The undefined is used by
Default value of
Engine.
no JavaScript engine. All right. So because I did not pass anything, and here there is a parameter. The function has declared a parameter. So this will receive. So internally JavaScript will assign a non-defined to a counter, right? And that is why this console.log counter printed undefined. All right. And there is a function assignment here, and here it is returning. Right. Remember this. I am not returning a IRCTC function here. Look at very carefully.
calling.
So I'm calling it, right? So what basically return? It basically the whatever value the function is returning. Okay. So and again in JavaScript, whenever you don't return anything, when you don't write any keyword, JavaScript returns an undefined. Okay. And because again also I haven't passed anything, so book is also undefined. All right. If I assign this to some value, okay, and if I print the value, what will be the output?
Book. Book
Undefined.
It will simply be undefined. Ticket is called, right? This function is called, this executed. It does not return anything. It is just printing it. Okay, and then there is a function, and then this function is called, right? And this function also doesn't return anything. Right? It prints it and doesn't return anything. So when I do this, basically here returns is same as returning nothing. So when it returns nothing, so what does it return? When JavaScript, when there is no variable is returned or given, so what is the default value?
Undefined.
Undefined, right? So this ticket function is returning undefined, and that is being assigned to a result. Okay, undefined. Right? Even if I don't use keyword here and return, JavaScript will internally use that keyword return, and it will still give you the same result, right? But if you want to specifically return something, then we use the variable, right? And here also, okay. So if I remove this, what will be the value result of the value of the result? What will be the value of the result now?
Reference to IRCTC.
Function. Reference to a function, like
Reference to a function.
function.
Exact. So reference to which function?
IRCTC.
Reference to anonymous function, which is being assigned to IRCTC. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Reference to an anonymous function, which is assigned to IRCTC. Okay. Because this function is referred by IRCTC, then IRCTC is returning the result exactly same here, the one which I have showed you, right? Game board equals to logic board. So IRCTC is being assigned to result, and result will again then print this. It will print IRCTC, that result. Okay, alright. If I do this now, what will be the output?
Undefined.
Undefined, right? Okay. Now let me do this. What do you think?
Result console.log result will be booked,
Why?
and counter and book would be undefined.
Why? Why result will be booked?
जब आप टिकट को कॉल कर रहे हैं तो वो इंटरनली आईआरसीटीसी को कॉल कर रहा है और आईआरसीटीसी का रिटर्न टाइप स्ट्रिंग है जो भी बुक है.
Yeah, right. So basically, when I call this here, so here it basically IRCTC returns a book. So here it will return a book, right? Book. Then again, there is a return for the ticket function. The ticket function will return here a book, right? So the result of the this function will be booked. Right? So if I run this now, it will be booked, right? If I change this, now,
Function.
it will be function.
Reference
Right?
of anonymous function.
Right? Now if I do this, okay, let me just do something like this. Okay, let's say final. This is, I'll just bring the final. Okay. Now what will be the value of final?
Book.
It will be booked, right? So where result is pointing? Result is a function. Where this result is pointing?
IRCTC.
IRCTC, right? IRCTC is basically pointing to this function, anonymous function, right? So whenever I call a result, this is a function. It is also, that means indirectly I am calling IRCTC. Whenever I call IRCTC, it returns a value called book, and that is being assigned to a final, and that is why I printed a value final, a book. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay. So let me just add this 10. Now tell me.
It will print counter 10.
And book will be undefined because I did not pass anything to this function, right? So this 10 is passed here, received by this function. And then this function as a reference received result here. So whenever I call result, this function get called, and there is a parameter which and when I'm calling it, it does not, I did not pass anything. So it will receive it as undefined. All right. So let's say if I say M31, okay. So what will be the value now?
Counter 10, then M31, then booked.
Okay. So it will say counter 10, M31, and book. I hope you are getting clear. Any doubt with this?
No, sir.
Okay. Now tell me.
counter 10 M31 and booked plus MS M31.
Right? It will be counter 10 book M31 and book M31. I hope this is clear. Okay, I passed a variable and then I basically printed the variable, and then again I basically main text plus also returned the same variable, right? And this return. So that return is basically assigned to a final key. So I hope this is clear. Any doubt? Okay, so let me just give you another example, right? So this was a mix of both. Okay. Mix of declaration and assignment. And let's say another example. If I say use var, I use sports, now this function, now this this. Okay. This again var, now this cricket, now this function, and this player. Okay. Okay. Return. So what I have to do? I will call the sports. Run the sports. Nothing will happen, right? Because it returns a
Cricket function.
reference
to anonymous function.
a reference to an anonymous function, right? So it has to be basically assigned to some variable, right? So I'll just say local sports. Now if I do local sports, if I run this, again nothing will happen because return value is there is a value key is returned. Again I have to assign here the result. Run this, nothing will happen if I print console now. Okay. And the result will print undefined. Because why undefined?
We did not pass anything, so by default it is undefined.
Undefined. And okay, and the same value is returning it. So undefined is also returned here. Right? So the undefined is assigned to a result. Okay. All right. The moment I add, so where do I pass it? Here or here?
Locals for
So yeah, so basically you have to pass it in locals. If I run this, it will basically print the value. Okay. So I hope this is clear.
yes.
Okay, all right. Let me make it more complicated now. Okay. A function can return a function, right? And function has also local and global scope. All right. So what I can do, I can also say okay. And I will just say return repeat. All right. Okay. Now tell me, how do I execute this?
रिटर्न फंक्शन में भी कोई आर्गुमेंट पास करना होगा.
So which value the local
रिजल्ट में
sports will hold?
लोकल स्पोर्ट
Which value the local sport is referencing? Which function?
क्रिकेट
Right? Because this function has a scope of cricket, right? So it is referencing to cricket, this anonymous function, which is being assigned to cricket. All right. Now I'm calling this local sports function. That means I'm calling this cricket function again, which means I'm calling this as anonymous function. Okay. And what is the return type of this function?
Function.
Reference of
Reference to
IPL.
IPL.
Of a function. IPL.
Reference of a function, anonymous
IPL.
function, IPL, right? So what is the value of result here?
Undefined.
IPL.
Okay. So I will just say result. Okay. So I will say call it.
Mumbai Indians.
I hope you're getting it.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So this is where we have used all the concepts here. We use function assignment and then scope, local scope side. So I'm able to access the inner function from outside by using this. Okay. Because again, JavaScript in JavaScript function is a first class citizen. It can be assigned to a variable, right? And it also can also be written from a function. Okay. So here this function is returned, reference to this function is returned. Here when this function is called, reference to this function is returned. All right, and that is why we are able to call it. So for this, when I call this is the main function, main anonymous function. When I call this local sports, this anonymous function is called, and when I call this value, this anonymous function is called. I hope this is clear now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let me just give you some magic here with what JavaScript really does. Okay. So every time I am basically assigning a return type value, return type to some variable, right? Okay. And then I'm doing this thing. Okay. So basically, it took me 2 more lines, okay, to add it. So what JavaScript does, it says you don't have to assign this to a variable, do a short circuit. That means whenever a function returns a function, or function returns a function, right? So you can cascade, you can short circuit and cascade everything. So what I can really do, I can do a sports, right? Sports return of functions, right? Function, which function?
Cricket.
Cricket, right? All right. So I can call that. So when I do this, it will basically call a cricket function. Okay. So this is the cricket. So I can pass. Okay, just let me rename this to this so it is better readable. So I can just pass the value here.
Parameter, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what does cricket function returns?
IPL function.
IPL function, right? That means I can also call that function again, with the value
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, I mean whatever value, Delhi, AD. Okay. Now if I run this, okay, what happened?
Console.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So if I run this, I will see Mumbai Indians and Delhi Daredevils. Okay. I hope you are getting it. Okay. So this is called as a short circuit. Okay. Function short circuit. This is also this is the short form of writing a function. So in JavaScript, you will see something like this lot. Okay. Let's say if there is a function name called function fn, it is the assignment, and then you keep on not this one. Okay. You can keep on doing this. Okay. So what does really means?
Cascading of function.
Right. So it is basically kind of you are trying to access inner functions. So how many inner functions are there?
Five.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So all of the functions are child of another function, है ना?
Yes.
Correct. So this is the beauty of JavaScript. Whenever you write a function, and this is the power of function in JavaScript. Right? You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Right? This is the function, right? IPL. I can attach. You can attach. Let's say I can say 2020. Okay. कहाँ हो रहा है? Dubai, right? है ना? So I can run this here. It will print this. The moment I use because I'm calling here, I cannot use the variable, okay, because it is being executed and its life cycle is finished. Okay? But if I use final, and final के बाद final dot, if I do 2020,
20.
yeah, it will print. It did not, so should have
Final dot.
so 2. To check why it did not work. I have to check that why it did not work. There's a final is a every time it surprises me. Dubai did print, na Dubai here. Did print Dubai. Yeah. But it did not return. Okay, let me just figure out why it did not. Whenever there is a return, these are return or not. I have to check whether it is returning only the function or returning the object. Right. So I hope you understood this and this. Okay? So this is what I wanted to cover. This is very important topic, and tomorrow I will be extending this with few more way you can express the function in JavaScript. Alright. So let me just recap this again. So what are first class citizen?
Functions.
What are function is a first class citizen in JavaScript? But what are the first? What do you mean by first class citizen? At least in JavaScript.
It have access to all the functions which are lower to it.
Right. So with the so what does first class citizen means? It can do anything it wants. Right? It has access to everything in JavaScript. It can be assigned to a variable. It can be declared. It can be returned from a function, right? And it can be assigned to a variable, and it can also be passed as a parameter to a function, which I will show you tomorrow. All right. And so what is the difference between function declaration and function assignment?
Function declaration is full state.
Function declaration where actually you actually define a function with the name. Okay. Whereas in function assignment, you create an anonymous function and you assign something to it. All right. You assign some variable to it. You assign this anonymous function to some variable. All right. And whenever you do a function assignment, you can again you can assign that function to a multiple variable, just like this. What we did here, right? Okay. So whenever we call a function and that function returns another function, instead of writing instead of basically assigning that to a different variables, JavaScript gives us a short circuit way where we can call the initial function directly by using a cascading parenthesis. All right. So this is called as a cascading execution, or another way this is called as a function short circuit. Okay. So any doubt?
No, sir.
Under what circumstances we should use a function, a declaration or a assignment function?
Okay. So actually, we can use both. So tomorrow I will show you that the with ES6 you can only use function assignment. You cannot use function declaration. Okay, but you can use both. So earlier we used to write function declaration, but then function assignment is like a more flexible. So you just define an anonymous function and then keep on assigning to a variable. Okay, so this is like a kind of a you can say now a standard. But you can use both. Both has except this hosting part. Okay, except this hosting part, everything is same in ES6, ES5. Okay, except this heuristic part, everything is same. It is derived from object. It is a non-pass by reference, right? It can hold key value pairs. It is in a first class citizen. That means it can basically take parameter as a function. It can return a function. It can be assigned to a variable. All right, and you can also write something like this by using short circuit. Okay. All right. So, any question? So I can keep on adding different functions here, and I can just say by day. Okay, and then I'll replace return the by day, right? And then you basically will have to keep on increasing this parenthesis. So this way, we expose. This way in JavaScript we expose enough functions. So this is also, we can say that it's an encapsulation. Normally we in Java we say, right, private methods and encapsulation, right? So this is the one way to encapsulate a function in JavaScript, because in JavaScript there is no private and public method. Okay, everything is available to everything, right? So this is how we encapsulate a function. So the function is defined inside and can only be executed. So IPL function can only be called after the sports function is called, after the cricket function is called. I hope you are getting it, right? This can only be executed when these two functions are executed. Other than that, these functions cannot be executed. They are a function. Okay? That is called as a kind of encapsulation in JavaScript. Okay? So with this, I will just close my session today. And if you have any question, you can ask me.